lights out, and we are underway here at the Sachsenring. Colin Fire's made a superb launch from that career best fourth place. Fire just blitzes through on Öncü, Sasaki and Ortola, and he'll get the drop on the field going to turn number one. The Dutchman leads.
Oh, Holgado nearly got pinched there into the first corner. He had Tober on one side of him and he had another rider there on the other side. It was the Leopard Honda of Massier who were trying to pinch him into the first corner. Holgado through safely, but he hasn't made progress.
Yeah, and already Öncü's gone. Oh, what about that by Öncü? Two for the price of one on the inside of both Husqvarnas, Fire and Sasaki in turn three, the Omega corner. I was just about to say it was Colin Fire on fire to launch off the lights from fourth to first, but what a move that was by Öncü. It didn't quite work out. Fire came out the worst of that one, didn't he? Because he's dropped right back down. Massier and Alonso have got to get through because Fire hasn't got the early pace here, and the lead group are starting to stretch their legs, including this man Holgado, who's been brilliant already in the first two laps of this race. On the first lap, he took Fire here down the hill into the Saxon curve, turn 12. Oh, there's a that Fire, I think.
Yeah,
I think it is. Colin Fire then, a career best fourth place finish. He was trying to go with this lead group. He was under big pressure, wasn't he, from both Alonso and from Massier, and he's down at turn 12. Massier then at the moment down in 8th place.
Yeah, this has not been the best of circuits historically for Jammer Massier. He's never been ever higher than 6th here before. It looks like he's going to struggle to match that kind of result here this afternoon as well. Let's take another look at what happened at the start of the Grand Prix. Watch Fire on the second row of the grid just blitz through the middle of the front row starters. He's already in the lead by this point. Massier and Holgado. I did say that Holgado got squeezed a little bit at the first corner. He already had made contact with Massier, made contact with the front wheel of the number 5 halfway down the main straight.
Yeah, here's the replay. Look at the electric launch, wasn't it? And there is the contact. They weave left, they weave right, don't they? Massier and Holgado, but it was all about the start by the Dutch teenager Colin Fire. That was about as good as it got, though, wasn't it? There you can just see Massier almost got cleaned out there. Big shake on the front end of his Leopard Honda, wasn't it? As we saw him there, and then back at the front, Sasaki peels on through the Queckenberg corner, turn 13 for the 8th time of asking. 15 to go here in Germany. So far, so good for Sasaki at the Sachsenring. Sasaki and Öncü set the exact same lap time on that lap number 8, 1:26.377s. Nothing between the top two men this Grand Prix. So Sasaki's advantage remains at just under 1.5 seconds. Moreira at the moment is holding sway in this big battle, fighting for 5th place. Yamanaka led over the line, but now Moreira has the advantage. This is a battle raging for 5th place. What's going on here with Deniz Öncü?
Well, I've given up trying to read Deniz Öncü when he signals during a race, because we've seen plenty of it in the past, haven't we? Whether he's just trying to motivate himself, I'm not so sure he needs it. He's doing it again there, whether he's got something just bothering him on his left-hand side of his leathers or whether it's on the bike itself, but it's not slowing him down much, is it?
Well, that's the 3rd time on this 13th lap that he's made that gesture. Now the left boot goes out as well. Something's going on here, isn't it, for Deniz Öncü? I was going to say it can't be. Well, there's no way it was tapping anybody behind him, because he'd seen on his pit board that it was Holgado. I just wonder if he's maybe getting some cramp in his left leg, or, you know, there's so many left-handers around this circuit. I just wonder whether he's having some kind of cramp issues. You know, around this circuit, as you mentioned, it's 13 corners in configuration, tight into which he spends so much time leaned over to the left, and you just wonder whether he's just got some cramping in that left leg.
Well, let's hope it's not the case, because he's still got 10 laps of this Grand Prix to go at this stage, so he's going to have to really grit his teeth. Of course, he's got the ultimate incentive up ahead of him of potentially a Grand Prix win. He was only 200 slower than Sasaki on that lap while he was still doing all of that, whether he was trying to just stretch his leg out to try and head off any cramp. Through the first sector, he was slightly quicker than Sasaki, so if Öncü can put that distraction to the back of his mind, he still has quicker Sasaki.
And here comes Öncü again, just showing Sasaki his front wheel. 3.6 kilometres left. Standing in between Sasaki's first win of the season, Öncü's first win of his Grand Prix career. It's all on the line now as they come over the crest into the first corner on this lap, last lap, and it's still advantage Japan's Ayumu Sasaki.
Well, this is the first possible opportunity to overtake Gorners. Öncü takes that wide line, but he cuts it back into an apex, so he doesn't lose any time there to Sasaki as he almost runs into the rear tyre. Öncü will have been learning over these previous laps. 13, I think, is his best opportunity.
How defensive did Sasaki go through there into turn 3, the Omega corner? Husqvarna. You could see Öncü were trying to line that up with the wide sweeping line as they dropped down into the hill. That's awesome defending though, wasn't it, by Sasaki, counter-attacking the potential aggression coming from Öncü with a hard move of his own. They drop down now through turn number 7. Öncü is running out of time here. You've got to feel it's going to be all about turns 12 or turns 13, isn't it? Standing between him and that dream first win.
Yeah, Sasaki will feel if he's perfect, doesn't make a mistake through this third sector, he might well be clear of Öncü, but Öncü is surely going to send it. He's surely going to go for it. 2 more corners to go as they come through the right-hander.
Through the high-speed turn number 11. It's all in. Full send, isn't it, here from Deniz Öncü. Sasaki just hugs the centre of the circuit. He doesn't leave the door open. He prays he can stop that Husqvarna into turn number 12. 1 corner left. It's all now on the line. Sasaki goes super defensive. Here comes a dive bomb from Deniz on the inside. And Deniz Öncü is going to take the victory. A short score at the finish line. Öncü wins in the Sachsenring. It is the fairy tale first win. It's Turkish delight for Deniz Öncü. He wins a last lap thriller to take it from Ayumu Sasaki by under 100th of a second. Incredible victory by the Turk. Dani Holgado does hang on to a priceless 3rd place. He extends his World Championship lead. Ortola takes 4th. Brilliant that by Holgado. Congratulations to the Red Bull KTM rider.
But this is a moment that Deniz Öncü has dreamt of for quite some time. The Prime Minister of Saxony presents the winning trophy. Deniz Öncü is finally a Grand Prix winner.